Did notice that Dom kept bringing up the whole Mace instance. Like he kept bringing it up, and I'm like, "Ooh, you still a little mad about that Mace,
That
baby?
dog
You should have known. It's Atlanta, baby. I would have known that. And I'm from Detroit, child. Like in Detroit, they don't make you. They just hit you with a car. No shade, but I would have known that was coming.
The category is key, and actually, you know what? That's not gonna be the intro because you need energy. Anybody that's in the barroom scene will probably read the fuck out of me for not having energy for trying to do a goddamn host. So anyway,
no I'm playing.
Shut up! Fucking Earl. Welcome back to another edited review of Key and Carry.
Girl down, you already know.
We are back with another review for Chasing Dallas,
Atlanta, land of homosexuals.
Season 5, episodes 12 and 13. Double feature for you guys because we're kind of a little bit behind.
Are we missing a legend too?
We are. It will be a yeah, but you could always edit that out so they don't realize that we're missing episode 11. Because you know they're going to drag us if we don't do episode 11.
As long as you're interacting with us, drag us. Drag me, Monique. Drag me, okay?
I want to tell the people out there that thank you for supporting me. And if you don't, suck my...
This season, I feel like it was definitely well balanced. I feel like they spoke a lot about... there was just a lot of like... I mean, there was some immaturity, no shame.
You still owe me an outstanding balance for your shirt. And everyone who knows me, there's plenty of people in this room who has worked with me. And I have never been the type of person who's been pressed about money. I've always given discounts. Girl, just pay me when you can pay me, whatever.
Before, I was going to keep it to myself. That actually, I think I'm a little bothered now. Because why is it that the girls...
How much you need?
Dominique, honestly, this has nothing to do with you because it's not you.
I know, but how much?
I want him to pay his balance.
I'm tired of going back and forth.
But I'm not arguing with you, Dominique.
But this is
Dominique,
mind your business. I'm not talking to you.
But there was also like a lot of like, just from the production side, there was like a care on like people's emotions and like how they were feeling and what they were going through. And like, I just loved the balance this season. So I thought that was really good. I also liked all the performances. So like, you know, we got, you know, just storylines in terms of like how people are feeling and what people are going through, as well as like them performing. So we got to see their lows and their highs, which I really enjoyed. As a reviewer, I just feel like it's a little too long. Like an hour and 30 minutes is kind of long for like a show. And just looking at some of the scenes, I'm like, okay, this could have been cut out, no shade. But I just think that they could have been shorter. They had a large cast, so I think that contributed to why the show was, you know, longer than usual. But I think that they could have saved some people for next season.
Episode 12, I said the way that the way that episode was shot and the way that, I guess, game night, Twixt called it, was just like shot and executed. I thought that was so, like, we'll talk about it, like, of course, but I just thought that scene was just so monumental.
Who was very disrespectful to me growing up from a child. So I take disrespect very serious. That's probably why I blew up the way I did at the spa event.
It's just a lot. Like, it's just, I carry a lot on my shoulder. I don't open up. That's just the Scorpio I am. That's just past hurt.
I had a mental blackout because it's just like, I'm still overlooked. Believe it or not, no matter how much work, I don't work my ass off and I'm still overlooked. How the fuck do you be overlooked when you have sacrificed every fucking thing that you got? I fight for the trans women. I put my life, my mom is so scared. She said, you know, I got a fear and all this. Why you gotta be the one? I don't want nothing to happen to you. I laid my life down on the line.
Thought that scene was just so monumental for Black gay web series, just for like the gay community in general, especially like the Black gay community. Just that scene was just every fucking thing. But
I think in general too, because I just feel like it was just good to hear people kind of speak on like just kind of getting to like the bare bones of the situation. Because I feel like sometimes when people have issues, it's like people start to like flip out, and then it becomes not about the issue. It becomes about you flipping out. And now it's like, okay, well, we can't get to the issue because you want to leave, you want to fight, you want to throw a tantrum. And so it's like, it was good to just see people sit down and be like, you know what? This is what I'm going through, and this is how I feel about this situation. So I agree.
No, another thing I really liked about this season also is that I feel like every cast member got the right amount of camera time. Like, you never forgot anybody was like a part of the show, or there were moments where like people were the episode was even about a certain individual, but
even AT got his even light skin talking about weakness. AT got his camera time, which I'm here for.
And light skins are my weakness timings. But yes, that's one thing that Chase and did, I feel like perfectly, is that they captured everybody that was a part of the show. Let's just going to jump right on into the review for Chasing Atlanta season 5 episodes 12 and 13, people.
Yes.
In no particular order, we're just gonna go by cast members. I just decided to go with Willa.
Period. Even the ladies, I put beard oil.
I can't wait to put it on my beard.
She seems like a really supportive friend, even if she is going through some even if she is going through like her own shit or her own stuff, she seems like she's like even really still like a supportive friend. The fact that she showed up to Jae Amour's event, even though Jae Amour showed his ass at the cabin like the previous episode, her transparency during like the game night, just opening up about her past and not really feeling respected by her family, because they wouldn't call her by the name that she wanted to go by, her relationship with her grandma. You just never know like what people go through. And it's always kind of funny to me to see people who are at odds kind of talk and see that they have way more in common than they think they do. So like to see her and Ike kind of hash out their differences and to realize like Ike lost his grandma, that's something that they could have like bonded over.
Do you think it has to do with like the fact that like we grow up being gay like alone for so long that we don't understand, like we can't like interact with other people, if that makes sense? Like we can't see like, oh, you're going through the same shit because I've been alone for so long interacting with my own issues that I don't even realize that you could be going through the same thing, you know? Whereas if I was, you know, growing up and I had these gay friends or this gay community, I would have known like, oh, you're going through the same thing, or oh, you probably doing the same thing, you know?
It's like a defense mechanism.
Right.
So instead of kind of, I guess, being willing to open yourself up to the other person, it's kind of not really an attack, but you know, can't really read them. So it's we'll clash instead of getting to know each other. But I just love Willa. I also said I feel like she's the best dressed of the cast this season. If Willa wasn't gonna do nothing else, she was gonna cook some good ass food. She was gonna slit some wigs, and she was gonna dress her ass off.
I will say Willa is one of the people that I felt like maybe could have been on next season, just because I felt like she was kind of like dealing with something. And now I feel like someone can probably argue like, okay, well, even though she was dealing with these things, she still could have been on the show. And I did like her on the show, but I just feel like maybe like if she was on next season, she could have took this time to like really kind of get herself in a space where she could present like her work, because we didn't really see like her doing things. We kind of saw her like interacting with like other cast members, and then we saw her kind of like talking about her struggles, which I understand. I like how she was able to be candid. I love those things, but I kind of wish she was able to show, you know, slaying some hair or, you know, doing other things.
I wanted to ask you guys, co-host, audience, if you guys had a favorite Willa look. Mine would be the lingerie party at the cabin, the Russian mob wife lingerie set, the fur hat, the brassiere, the undergarments with the garters. I was here for it. Like, Willa turned out nothing but fucking good.
I love that look. I would probably say maybe the orange dude with the bayang, where she was yelling at Ike. at his wine tasting. I enjoyed that.
But moving on to Willa's homegirl, the person I guess who kind of introduced, not really introduced, but Willa's introduction was also made with Dom. So we're going for Dominique.
My relationship is officially no more. We've been through a lot in the last 8 years, but recently it's been a major disconnect. And with elevation comes separation, and I have to continuously remind myself of that.
I said I like Dom. I just wish we would have saw more of his career. I feel like the only time we saw just like a glimpse of his career was when Willa was introduced. It was good to see him and Wayne clear the air. Because at the beginning of the season, remember, it was so hostile. Dom was ready to twirl Wayne in that goddamn TLC creep pajama suit, the red one, baby. I think that's the suit that Left Eye, pajama suit that Left Eye had on.
That silk, baby. That still felt good on his skin.
Yes. I also like the scene, I believe it was episode 13 with Mr. Top Talk and Dominique. Rico got a new apartment. He invited Dominique over. But their relationship seems really just loyal and genuine. Like they really, really support each other. And that's kind of another thing that Chasing, or this season of Chasing, focuses on, was like friendships, whether they're like messy or they're really supportive. I love that Dom has like a friend group that will just hold him down, like no matter what. Whether it be Rico, Drew, Tag, shout out to Tag and his titty tag, and Willa.
I feel like Dom is more of a visual person. You see his looks. Like every scene is like, oh, you see the look. Like the look that he had on when he went to go visit Rico's new apartment. Rico with the case new apartment. Like I like his looks, and I feel like he seems like more of a person that shows you what he's doing versus telling you what he's doing, which I enjoy. I would love to see like he and maybe Titty Tag have a conversation about fashion, just because I feel like Tag is always talking about how he's the stylist, but then Dom is the one that be showing up in the look. So I'm like, I don't understand. Like, help me understand. But
so can I ask you? Because I'm here for Dom's fit, especially this damn fit he showed up to Rico Top Talk apartment in. Was that a swimsuit? I believe the top, was that a swimsuit? Because it was kind of giving Alasia from America's Next Top Model. I believe it was Cycle 16 when she showed up to the judge in that damn swimsuit.
I was about to say, it is just a shame that I'm handing this to you with this outfit.
And Andre Leon Tully, may he rest in peace, read the fuck out of her. I know you didn't walk in hell with a damn swimsuit on.
I love how Rico was just so just supportive to Dom, asking him if he was okay, and also just being delicate with the situation, knowing that like you just broke up with your boyfriend, or you may have just broke up with your boyfriend. So like, I want to ask about it. I want to ask if you're okay, but I don't want to overstep my boundaries. So I feel like Rico with a K has a lot of emotional intelligence, and I feel like he knows he can be messy at times, no shade.
Our mutual friend Cam. Y'all remember Cam?
What was shady bitch moment? What was a shady bitch moment?
But I feel like he knows. I said it, not you. But he's matured. That's that top talk. That's that top talk. Okay. But he I like the scene because it's good to see a scene where like gay men can kind of like commune and talk without there being like sexual tension or like a sexual like underlining thing. It's like they're just platonic friends, platonics only. They're platonic friends, and
there you go.
Listen, and they're able to just kind of like support each other, which I enjoy.
It's crazy because I feel like Dom's friendships are kind of, each friend plays like a different role. So Rico is like Rico and Willa seem like the nurturing, like even Tag is nurturing, but Tag is messier than Rico and Willa.
Yes.
So I do like Tack and Dom's relationship. Kind of Cher and Dion from Clueless.
Okay.
A little, not really Mean Girl, not Karen and Regina.
I can't go out. I'm sick.
Boo, you whore.
Did notice that Dom kept bringing up the whole Mace instance. Like he kept bringing it up, and I'm like, "Ooh, you still a little mad about that Mace, baby? You should have known. It's Atlanta, baby. I would have known that. I'm from Detroit, child. Like in Detroit, they don't make you. They just hit you with a car. No shade, but I would have known that was coming. If you would have maced that man, just mace him and keep it moving. Like, I'm just saying. Love Rico Cassadine, but still, if you want to mace him. He maced you, and he maced Dario, so he might let you do it. No shade.
Wait a minute. Who the fuck got hit with a car? Please fill me in. Put that on the back burner, because we got some things to talk about when this review is over.
Yeah, once this is over, it's Detroit shit. But shout out to you if you know what I'm talking about. Comment down below if you know what I'm talking about. But
I'm sorry.
Yeah, girls be risking vehicular manslaughter.
It's not worth it.
But yeah,
I feel like the next person is perfect because like she hasn't committed vehicular manslaughter, but she has a nice ass car that I would probably commit vehicular manslaughter. Kendra and her nice ass Dodge Charger RT. Yes, Kendra, I keep the nice ass car.
Okay. About when you got a lot of baby daddies and shit in one room together. See, I was skating with my other baby daddy, honey. Aaron got in his feelings, honey. Don't came up here, honey. Don't trick me, and now I'm on the ground and you trying to help me up. Did you just get in your feelings and trip me, baby? Damn.
I see. Yes. Kendra, my favorite of the season. I love Kendra. I love everything that she stands for. Unity, diversity, strength, respect. Kendra is just a fucking queen. I feel like this season was just like her literally grind mode, artist mode, like performance after performance, which we said earlier this season or in our earlier reviews, I'm sorry. If Dario isn't gonna do anything else, we're gonna get a fucking performance.
I feel like she definitely did some sort of like soul searching, some sort of like understanding, because she's definitely a lot more calm this season than she was past seasons. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I love Kendra. I love Kendra down. She's like one of my favorites. I feel like she really just kind of like didn't really like insert herself in the drama or like get caught up in the drama. She was more so just kind of like, you know, in the background, making comments, you know, eating her chicken, just enjoying her time. And I don't know exactly what transpired. I mean, I know she had been going through some things she had mentioned in the earlier part of the season, but like, I just love how like, you know, she's been able to just kind of chill and like be like, you know, in the background, but like still in the foreground, if that makes sense.
Right. So moving on to Mr. Jae Amour.
I thank all y'all for hanging in there with me, sticking it out, making me laugh. Because earlier I was stressed out and y'all had me in there cracking up laughing. So I really want to thank y'all for that. This show means a lot to me. I have been designing now for 9 years and I have never actually launched my line because I never really felt like it was my time. And I was ready to quit the show. My grandmother passed away. But every time my grandmother, we would talk about my stuff, she would be like, you sure you need to slow down? You need to slow down a little bit. Jay, you sure you don't need to slow down? You don't think you're doing too much? And the only reason why I didn't quit the show because this was the first time that I told her that about my show. She never said that to me. She said, go get him. So just...
Jae Amour. Now, I will just say off rip, I hands down loved his fashion show. Like, the pieces were so well put together. They were clean. The cuts, the lines of the gowns. The
material. He knows what he's doing.
The model that came out in like the black kind of sheer with the black mini skirt. Mm-hmm. I was here for that. Ain't got the body for it. But oh girl, the Miss Mamas that came out in a black velour dress with the rhinestone sleeves, Jay should have put me in that dress because she came out kind of stiff. Like homegirl was gorgeous, but I needed more movement, more personality.
Are you gonna shave if you wear that dress?
If he makes me, we're not gonna talk about that. You know what? You got me back. You shady bitch. You got it. You got it. Moving right the fuck along. Jae Amour and Tag are beefing over $40. $40? Yeah. Like, if Tag didn't pay you, why would you wait to get around the group of people ruin everybody's fun? Actually,
did you hear how it went from? It went from like $40 to $20 to $60 to $160 to $40
to $90. I was like, all over the place. Like, so I just kind of have to ask Jay and Tag, like, this cattiness, did y'all have? Because this is what it's giving. In my hot boy mindset, I just have to ask, is there more than money? They was getting money together and there's money involved. Now,
there's money involved.
2 out of 3, 3 out of 3 is Lucky and Agnes, but that's deep cut. But I just
comment down below if you've ever fell out with a friend because there was money involved.
Because there was money involved. Good question, yeah. Good. You know what? Good. There you go.
Or
good question.
There was dick involved.
Also love that he had all black models walking to his fashion show. All black models of different body types. So I absolutely love the diversity in the fashion show. I love the turnout for the fashion show. So this shout out to Jay for being focused and so much chaos and getting his line off the ground. I absolutely love the fashion show, especially at the end where the model in the white gown, that badass white fucking gown, and the models came out and did like a circle around her. I was looking for that. I loved it. So shout out to
the
Jay.
presentation. I just feel like he was projecting a lot of the issues that he had in his personal life outside the show onto people on the show. Just like, the issue with Cameron at the cabin, and just like even like the issue with Titty Tat Tag. Like, it was just very like, where is this coming from? Like, are you upset with Tag, or are you upset with what's going on in your life? Because I would rather you just talk about those things versus you being mad at Tag for no reason,
Right.
Even though he owed you $64, which I understand. Like, if a bitch is ducking me for $64, I wouldn't be mad, but I would be like, girl, it's $64. It's not that serious. Like, do you have it or not? just let me know. Like, but I'm still rooting for Jay. Like, I feel like he was so dynamic that like he annoyed me, but I'm still rooting for him, if that makes sense.
I feel it.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying. He's a little bit annoying, but it's glad that he kind of got that under wraps to pull off something like really big, something really epic. So shout out to Jae Amour. Moving on to Crazy, the person that kind of started the altercation between Tag and Jae Amour by asking that messy ass question, Twixt.
Us looking at houses and stuff now. Would you want to move into a house with me? With me?
Twixt is messy, but it's like a passive aggressive. It's passive aggressive. Oh my goodness. It's like a passive aggressive messy. And Willa keeps her foot.
Take you over? Passive aggressive.
I can't. You fool for that. But yes, Oliver is like passive aggressive, messy. Like, and Willa keeps her foot on his neck for it. But
is he though? Okay, I will say I do feel like Oliver is kind of messy, but at the same time, like, I understand, like, I low-key understand where he's coming from, where it's like, if every time I come around, you have an issue with this bitch, I just would rather you talk it out instead of like being like, oh, are they gonna get into it? Are they like, no, just like hash it out like adults, talk about it, and then like deal with it, like, I understand, like, bring it up because it's like, you're not about to like loop me in, like, I would rather y'all just like come together, talk about it, and then like, keep it moving, especially if they gonna do something for the city. I don't need y'all arguing about $64 if y'all about to do some shit for the city. Like, no, like, we need to nip this in the bud right now. So, but Oliver is messy. He is messy. I will say that.
Arguing over that.
Comment down below if you think he's messy. But yes,
how fun. I said that's real interesting. But Oliver did clarify that he won't be in a relationship with, I guess, his ex if his ex can't really bring anything to the table, or if Quest can't get shit together. Oliver won't be with them. I said, look at you growing up, because earlier this season, I believe it was episode 1 or episode 2, he was trying to raise a man. So shout out to you for realizing you're not gonna take on that burden.
Did you catch when he said that Chris was older than him? I said, well, damn, how much older? Like, now you're trying to raise a man that's older than you. No shade, but
not you trying to raise your granddaddy. My good, let me stop. You know what? I really did like when Oliver's therapist told him that, like, if you live in fear, you become stagnant, you live in cycles. And I feel like that's a message that a lot of people need to hear, because it's true, it's valid. Like, if you live your life living in fear, you're scared to do any fucking thing, you really won't truly experience the fucking world. Like,
right.
But anyway, shout out to Oliver's therapist for coming to visit him up in that cabin. That was all that essence.
He must really care about Oliver. In the mountain with them.
Don't do it.
No, I'm playing.
I thought you were gonna say something else. No, let me shut my damn mouth.
But yeah, no, I enjoy Oliver this season. I actually really like Oliver. I feel like he's very talented, knows how to get to the bag. Don't really care for his confessionals, no shade. I just feel like the way that he talks is very unnatural, and it's I don't know if WeTV like coached him to talk like that. I don't know, but girl, it's a dub. Like, just talk regular. Talk regular. Like, I just need you to talk regular, because it's like you be loud at certain points, and it's like it's given unnatural. But I enjoy Oliver. I love how he, was comfortable enough to allow us to see his family. His dad, his mom, has a great relationship with his mom. Love, his mom. Definitely, I'm sure someone that the audience enjoys. But yeah, I enjoy Oliver this season. He was a little messy, but I do think that just comes with the territory. I love how he was gracious enough to like allow everybody else to be on the to perform for the city. Like this was his opportunity. Yeah, and he just like allowed everybody else to kind of like join. So I enjoyed that. And I remember like a couple of seasons ago they talked about doing something like this and it never like went through. But I'm glad that they were able to do it, even if it wasn't for the city.
Right. Shout out to them. Or shout out to this cast for kind of having a goal, or I guess setting a goal, having a vision, and kind of fulfilling that vision. Especially something like this big, this epic, like Chasing the Beat was fucking dope. Like we always say,
chasing the beat and chasing the hit, no shade.
Chasing the case. Or chasing the deadbeat baby daddy. Ooh. Ooh. Anyway.
I'm just saying.
My goodness. Moving on to Twix's homegirl, another one of my faves, Cassadine, Rico Cassadine.
Just been a full-blown miscommunication. So since we on a good term, I just wanted to personally, as a man, because I know how relationships are, knowing what you've gone through with him and everything else. Yeah, I want you to know personally, I never have said anything. Just
So I like Cassadine. I feel like he took a back seat to like the past 2 episodes. So overall, I really did enjoy him this entire season. But the last 2 episodes, we really didn't see a lot of him. I just like how honest and funny and just laid back Cassadine is. I think I said in like a previous review, there's like a bunch of different layers to him. Especially when in his craft, his music, there's like a gritty Cassadine, there's like a sentimental Cassadine, the trap Cassadine, and just kind of like the laid back version. So I just like him. I just want Cassadine to keep grinding. Stay away from the dog spray, but do keep your foot in the booth. Keep rapping, keep grinding. He was a really good addition to the show. Because he's another person who's like level-headed, and he kind of doesn't let like I guess his dissension or his hate or anger kind of cloud his judgment for somebody else. Like the fact that he's kind of willing to talk it out with Drew and Tag and Dom at the game night, kind of just says like, he's just there to chase. So shout out to Cassadine.
Yeah, No, I'm glad, like I said in a previous episode, I'm glad he was able to make his way over here to Chasing Reality franchise. But yeah, I enjoyed him on the show. I feel like he's very dynamic, very interesting, has a lot to say. Has his good moments and his bad moments. Can be messy, no shade, trying to sleep with Wayne when you know that man got a man.
I forgot about that.
But I was here for it. I wasn't here for that. I wasn't here for homework. But I was here for like, just him being himself and just, even being man enough to apologize to Dom for macing the fuck out of him. Cause baby, he was tight. Them whole 2 episodes, he said, I might just have to make him back just for, I'm like, no, bitch, you still tight about that shit. You ready to hit him with that dog spray. But no, I did enjoy Rico Cassadine. I feel like I enjoy his music the most, no shade. But I like his music the most. I feel like he has a lot of creativity within him, and I want to see him soar.
Yes. Same here for it. Shout out to Cassadine. Huge shout out to Cassadine. I guess moving on to like the person that he made amends with during the game night. Titty Tag, Third Leg, aka Princess.
I tell Jay this all the time. The message that he gave me on that picture was like, stop trying to pretty much explain yourself to people who won't get it, who won't try to get you. So what I've learned this year is to just continue to do things for me and not try to make anybody else happy, not try to outshine anybody else, outdo anybody else. Just do it for you, and you'll see the benefits that come from it. So,
That's so good.
It was also fucking Tag wiping away his tears with $11 from me when Cassadine and Don were outside, kind of again making amends.
Did you say
for that
$11? I can't.
It was. I said, not you wiping away tears with $11. Okay, Tag. Okay, Titty Tag. But I did say that Tag has phenomenal hosting skills. Like when he's hosting, when he's on, he's on. Like his HIV awareness event was dope. I believe he hosted another event. Everything that happened at the event prior to the Mason, the people getting hit with dog spray was when Tag hosts, he can host. Like his event was dope as fuck. Shout out to Tag.
I feel like Tag. I want to like Tag because I do feel like he is talented in the way that he hosts things, and like we didn't really see any of his like styling or designing or anything like that, but he took on more of a like host role this season, which is fine. But I do feel like he has some growing to do, just in terms of like how he handles conflict and just general things. Like I feel like he's not really good at handling like people disagreeing with him or having an issue with him. It's almost like he flips out as soon as like people like approach him with something that they're concerned about, and it's like I feel like you can't just flip out and run away when people, especially if you care about this person or like care about the friendship. Like I feel like you can't just like flip out and throw a tantrum every time somebody has an issue with you. Like I feel like that's just, I don't know. I just feel like you should be more mature than that, like, and I don't feel like every time somebody comes at you with something, it's an attack. It's a discussion, I do feel like the way Jay like approached him with the whole like you owe me money was a little weird. Like you should have told him behind, like even like seeing him, if you were really friends with him, like even if he wasn't answering your phone, like you could have pulled him to the side, like while nobody else was around, and like talk to him about it. But like clearly you were kind of trying to embarrass him, which kind of is funny because it was reminding me of how he was trying to embarrass Cameron and it backfired. This also kind of backfired because it was like everybody was like, girl, what? Like we don't really care. But yeah, I just don't like how Tag, like whenever somebody approaches him, he wants to start crying or throwing a tantrum. It's like, girl, like it's really not even given that. Like if you worked at what was it, Nordstrom's? Fucking Saks, Fifth Avenue, I don't know, wherever high-end luxury brand you worked at, like I'm sure you were under stress, and so I feel like you were able to handle that shit. So,
I wonder if he was the raging hunter that resale store. When she like she bought the clothes. I wonder if Tad was in that position. That's why this stress.
Maybe. I could see
No,
that.
this titty tattedness came from.
I could see that.
Okay, moving on to Drew Friday.
I don't think it was my time to get eliminated. I made it to the top 5. And the week that I was eliminated was Celebrity Illusion. I did Monica and I did Whitney, which I think was spot the fuck on. And to do it somewhere else and be told that you looked damn good by Whitney Houston's makeup artist, it just really reassured my feelings with Atlanta All-Stars that it was not my time to go home and that maybe it was just politics.
So I'm still on the fence about Drew. He was starting to pot too much for me. But I can't deny that Drew is very fucking talented. Like every drag performance we saw this season, like Drew fucking slayed it, full of energy, full of personality, just drawing in the crowd. Let me say I was just living for Drew's drag performance. Drew, I guess amongst the group was just kind of like all over the place, kind of twisting words. But
yeah, I do think she's talented, but I feel like at the same, I feel like she's super talented. Like, don't get me wrong, very talented. And yeah, I would have liked to see more of the pageant that she was in. Like, I know it meant a lot to her, so I just kind of wish we were able to walk through those moments of her being in the pageant. You know, we only saw one performance dedicated to that. We saw some confessions of her talking about it, but I just would have loved to have seen that journey. And
right,
I feel like maybe that's the kind of steps that chasing Atlanta or chasing reality can take when it comes to following different stories and like story progression and storyboarding, is following these people in their journey to do certain things. And I feel like it was a little bit of a missed opportunity. I don't know the stipulations in terms of like how much they can film in terms of the, you know, pageant, like what they can film, what spaces they can get into. But I would have liked to follow her on her journey. I feel like that would have been a very like poignant storyline to like highlight, you know, this Black drag queen, you know, trying to make it and trying to win pageants. But yeah, I enjoy her somewhat. I do feel like she can be annoying at times, no shade, but I do feel like she's being herself, so you know, it's fine. I do feel like she inserted herself in the drama, which is kind of odd considering like I mean, I feel like she could be projecting, but I do feel like, you know, if you're going through things, like why would you want to add more drama on top of that?
Right.
But she could have just been projecting and trying to escape her like the shit that she was dealing with the, you know, pageant and just trying to insert herself in other shit. But it's like, baby girl, no, you don't want to get maced.
I want you to know that he did, and he got maced.
Like,
right.
So, yeah. But I do love how she's unapologetically herself, and I love how she spoke on like her gender identity journey.
But yes, I also want to note out, or not know, but I also want to note that the scene that Drew had with his parents, episode 13, where they kind of talked about, I guess, Drew's feelings towards, I guess, kind of losing the pageant that she worked so hard for. But I just said that we stand supportive parents that kii&carry. The fact that they were just like, you fucking, the fact that Drew's parents told her, for him, that like, you fucking rocked it, you knocked it out the park, you did A1, like the judges didn't know what the fuck they're talking about, like you nailed Whitney. But just shout out to her parents for being so supportive and loving. That's another thing I put in my notes, that it seems like
also
a handful
people they put on her neck, no shade.
Right, especially about that nigga that she was dealing with. But I just say it seems like a handful of the cast members have kind of really strong bonds or relationships with like their parents, and I think that is so dope, and that needs to be shown more on like broadcast more on shows like these. So, Riko with a K. Top talk.
I appreciate every person that's inside of this room for being here. Y'all have inspired me in so many ways, even the new people.
You feel what I'm, bitch, I don't know you. But, you know, you guys have really inspired me, even if it's a little confidence that I need that day, or, you know, seeing your wigs, I'm like, ooh, bitch, I want to get my hair done like that.
I just say I love that he's a really good friend. Like, he's really supportive. He also doesn't have a problem with like expressing his his emotions with his friends. Like, are you okay? Like, are you good? Even his scene during like the game night where he just apologized for saying like sometimes I'm not always the cheery, happy Riko that y'all used to, and that's real. Like,
right,
every day is a different day for me. So just shout out to Riko for being aware of like his emotions and kind of just being like a rock, the glue for his friends. He moved into his new apartment. Shout out to the girl Ari Lennox.
Yeah.
I wonder if anybody has had Riko with a K feeling psychotic in his
Yes.
But I can't say that I enjoyed Riko this season. Between Kendra and Riko, I feel like they had, and Twixt, now that I think about it, Kendra, Riko, and Twixt, they had like the best work ethic. Like just grinding, working, performances. So just shout out to Riko. I also did want to note really quickly that he had a singer release party at that damn venue. I think you called it off camera, the House of a Thousand Bottoms. Like, why would you bring these people back to this goddamn venue, Riko? Like, please. Like, it's just evil.
You messy.
Just
I told you he
evil.
was messy.
Somebody should have hit his ass with pepper spray for that. That's what that whole venue just gave.
Yes. Yeah, I like Riko. I mean, he's definitely more of the like chill characters on the show. I like his, I think his music is cool. He definitely puts a lot of effort into it. He's definitely giving what is it? Talk. But yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate his music. I appreciate his relationship with Dom. You can tell he really cares about Dom. And he just has a lot of emotional intelligence from what I can see. He definitely cares about people, definitely self-aware, definitely understands, and is courteous of people and, just doesn't try to overstep boundaries or anything like that. So
right.
I enjoy Mr. Top Talk, in his new apartment.
Yeah.
I would think he walk around in naked. Cause that's in
Yes. I wonder how soon after did he smooch Miss Lauren England? Did he buy that new apartment?
Ooh, you think he had her on that countertop, the kitchen countertop?
I can see that.
And you think she had her assy out in the thong on that countertop?
Let's not do that because I feel like Miss England will just get this goddamn review snatched and right the fuck off YouTube.
Ooh, yeah, she know we just
joke. It's a joke.
Shout out to Lauren.
Absolutely, yeah, Lauren, man. Absolutely love her hands down. So I kind of, speaking with a K, I kind of grouped Cameron, Ike, and Mr. AT, Aaron Thomas. It's like one, no shade, they really have like, not Ike, but because Ike had like a single release party.
This is my third studio R&B single. It feels really good. This one is so different to me because I feel like with my first one, it was kind of experimental, using all of my years as a student of the game and coming out with something. And with my second one, I feel like that's where I learned as an artist, my presence on the track and my delivery. So I feel like with this third one, all of that stuff that I've learned, I put it into action with the emotional aspect, the musical aspect, everything in one. And I think y'all are going to like this is fun.
I did put in the notes that he had like a skating party for a single release, which I thought was dope. I'm not a skater, but anytime I see like people skating, it's kind of like nostalgic. Takes me back to like skating rings. Also takes me back to the time the girl Alicia Rocket told us that put some respect on skating. She was gonna run the fuck down on us. So I said, all right, listen, let the girl skate. But yeah, he had a skating for a single release. I hope he can fight. Shout out to the support.
How do you feel about the song?
I like it. Like I said, it's giving Ron Isley back when he was whipping on Redacted's ass. What the hell is going on?
More in that
Frank, shut up! Back there, fucking it up on the vocals while her nigga is arguing with her side nigga. Going through it. It's just a perfect pitch, and I was here for it. But I also put on my notes, Cameron. I didn't know that Cameron lost a child, so I said that has to be like really devastating to kind of have taken somebody under your wing and kind of nurture them, provide for them, and just have them be taken away in such like a senseless manner. I did just put in my notes, shout out to Cameron for being strong enough to share his story and for just continuing to move forward after such like a tragic loss. AT, Aaron, Mr. Lifeskins, our Marcus Thomas. He's gonna always be that for the remainder of kii&carry because he put it out there. So he didn't have a lot going on, but he did perform at Jae Amour.
Quick? I just feel no, I do feel like Cameron took a backseat this season, which maybe that's just what he wanted to do. I do like I feel like Cameron was annoying me in the beginning of the season just because he was given like, I want to be shady, but I don't want to own up to my shade. But I did enjoy just how he handled the whole Jay situation where it was like, okay, you have an issue with me, I don't have an issue with you. But like, even like after like the whole blow up happened and like Jay kind of walked away with egg on his face or something else on his face, no shade. But I feel like Cameron was still very courteous to him and still like understanding, and still supported him even after that. So I enjoyed that. Takes a bigger person to do that.
Yes, it does. You was a shady bitch.
I'm just saying.
Shout out to Cameron for being a bigger person. Because like you said, at the beginning of the season, it was Cameron versus Jay, and it was so annoying. And then we come to find out that they had. So that's where all that tension was coming from.
Stop fucking people that you're gonna be in a space with and you can't handle it. Like that's my PSA. Stop fucking niggas that that you're gonna be in a space with and you don't have the maturity to just be around them, knowing that you slept with them and you may not be able to sleep with them again. Like and it's Atlanta.
Gonna do that.
Like,
first of all, it is Atlanta.
They got niggas on
sleep
tap
with somebody from fucking G status, so you don't have to be around them. Because no shade. Maybe rival shows kind of were little rivals back in the day. But if you sleep with somebody from G status, you might have to see him. Go sleep with a hot boy. Go sleep with somebody from the come up. Just don't sleep with somebody that's gonna be in your space, on a daily basis. Because then at least all this toxic foolishness.
But I guess they were sleeping together before Jay got on the show. But I just feel like, I don't know. I just feel like, is it that serious? Like, were y'all in love for some shit? Like, I don't see how I don't understand the concept of sleeping with somebody and then like, y'all stop sleeping together and now you're like mad as fuck. Like, it's just like, just go sleep with somebody else. If you really feel that way about it, like, I don't know. But like I said, I do feel like Jay was projecting. So maybe that was more so what it was.
Well, what was episode 11? I'm blaming on the Bucci. They saying Cameron got killer Wawa. That's what it was giving. That's
Cameron got that slip and slide. No shade.
Child, is that that slip and slide? No, Trick Daddy. No Katrina Laverne, baby. My baby.
Shout out to Cameron.
Yes, that wraps up. Does it wrap up our review for episodes 12 and 13? So. That was everybody. I'm trying to remember if I got everything. If I didn't, I'm sorry. Just shout out to Dario. Shout out to Chasing Reality. Shout out to the cast of Chasing 5. Chasing 5. Oh my god, I'm drunk as fuck right now. I'm sorry. Chasing Atlanta season 5. My bad. Shout out to the cast of Chasing Atlanta season 5. This was a really, really good season. Like I said, it's kind of mirrors Chasing Dallas season 3, where that season was stacked with just so many unique, creative individuals, and this season of Chasing Atlanta gives that. So I'm definitely looking forward to the reunion. I'm looking forward to season 6. I'm looking forward to see how like the cast plays out. Will this cast be returning with just this cast, or returning with new additions, or with some of this cast not be returning. So I'm just looking forward to chasing Atlanta season 6 because the standards are high. Like this season was the shit. It's especially like cast, production, editing. This season was top fucking notch. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how Dario and his team top fucking this season with Chasing Atlanta season 6. Like I'm fucking excited. So I'm looking forward to it.
Honestly, I feel like I did enjoy this season a lot. I do feel like there were some some things that they could change. Like I said, I feel like they could make the show shorter just because like I want to have it's kind of long for a web series, I feel like. Especially a reality web series. And I just feel like there are things that they can cut. Hit me up if you need a story producer. You know, no shade. But you know, like I feel like there are things that they can cut. But I enjoyed the season overall. I feel like whoever did the casting, amazing. Did a really good job. Yeah, I'm excited to see what the reunion holds. I mean, I know everybody's yelling at each other and getting into it, so we'll see. We're definitely gonna cover that as it comes out. But yeah, once again, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. You know, we'd love to kiki with y'all in the comments. Definitely like the video as well. And yeah, just let us know your favorite moment that happened this season.
Yay.
I think that would be a cute question.
Because we definitely love to like chop it up with you guys in the comments. So yeah, so definitely let us know like who was your favorite this season, your favorite moments from this season. Also let us know in particular how you feel about I guess Oliver's game night from like episode 12. Like let us know how you feel about the conversations and like just everything that kind of played out during that night. Like I said, I feel like it was monumental just to see Black gay people just bond and they be so authentic and just Black raw.
Too.
Like yes, it was just a really powerful scene because it shows that even like we can be catty, we can be messy, but like we can bond over hurt because we really don't know like the person next to us could be going through like the same thing. So yeah. I hands down love that game. Like so,
and it's just interesting because like we are really all we have. Like everybody else in society, like we can't really really get fully comfortable with like the Black community because it's like okay, some of y'all are homophobes. We can't really get comfortable at all really with the gay community as a whole because it's like some of y'all are racist. So it's just like we really just have each other in the society, and it's unfortunate sometimes that we push each other away when it's like you are exactly like me. Like we go through the same struggles, and you know we can be each other's support system, but sometimes it doesn't work out like that. So
so like shout out to them for like. Actually, I guess I could say shout out to Twixt for organizing like the game night. When he said game night, I was like, oh shit, here we go. But it turned out to be just like a really wonderful night. Shout out to Dario and his team for capturing that moment. I just really enjoyed like the game night. But overall, like I said, I enjoyed this season of Chasing Atlanta. But this wraps up our review for this really, really amazing, awesome, tremendous season. Like Damon said, let us know how you feel about the season, and also let us know if you've had any standout moments or any favorite moments from the season.
Looks as well.
Yes, looks. Make sure you also comment, subscribe, share if you can, follow us on Instagram. Also, if you haven't, make sure you subscribe to Chasing Reality on YouTube and Chasing Reality on Instagram as well. As always, I am T-Roy, the carry of the show.
I am Damon, the key. Sometimes the carry. I could be the carry of the show. But yes. Yeah, this has been Key and Carry, where we key
and we carry,
and we will see y'all in the next one. Peace.
Yay.